Hey there everyone, sorry about my hair today. It is not doing as it's told. I washed it this morning and once I've washed my hair it won't do anything. It just does whatever it wants to do. Okay, so today I'm going to talk to you about exams, or rather the lack of exams. You get a lot of people out there, they give you advice on how to sit exams, what to do when you're doing your exams, but no one really ever gives you advice on what to do after you've done your exams. Personally, once I finished my exams, I started to feel like I didn't really have anything to do. And like this morning I was in bed until about 10 when usually I'd be out of bed at 6ish. I've sort of lost what I'm supposed to do now. I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to be doing, if that makes any sense. So instead of actually going and doing things, I'm just sort of sat in my bedroom wondering when life is going to end or pick up, because eventually I'm going to start college. Until then, I have about 2 months. 2 months of doing absolutely nothing. And usually during the holidays I'd be studying for back to school exams, which I don't have now because I finished high school. So that brings me to this video. 10 things to do when you've finished high school or finished exams. First of all, try and pick up a new instrument. I know not everyone has the money to go out and buy an instrument, but you can, if you look around some charity shops, I'm sure there'll be an old £20 guitar lying around somewhere. Argos sells very cheap £20 to £30 guitars. You don't have to go out and buy a £180 guitar just to learn it for your first time. It doesn't have to be the best guitar for you to learn how to play it. I was lucky because my guitar was donated to me by my brother and I've had that. But picking up a new instrument is a very good way to spend your time, because putting a lot of dedication and hard work into something can take your mind off like other things that might be getting you down or depressing you. So if you feel like you don't really have anything to do, then maybe new instruments for the best. Number 2, reading. Reading's pretty good. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's too much effort, it takes too much time up. You can download audiobooks off the internet and pretty much off anywhere, and you can get them off iTunes and stuff like that. You don't have to have a physical copy of a book to read, although that is definitely a good thing to do, because getting invested into a book series can also help focus, take your mind off some other things. But reading's very good, and you can even just reading fan fiction or something. Like, don't lie, I know most of you do. I do. But like, it doesn't have to be like a physical copy of a book. Even just listening to a book is probably a better alternative than just sitting around doing nothing. Number 3, get invested in a TV series. That one series your friend is nagging at you about, go watch it, go give it a try. But if you are one of those people who don't really like to use illegally downloaded websites, places like CX, I'm not sure if they have them in other countries, they do definitely have them here, or secondhand video or gaming stores, they tend to sell a lot of TV series by the bulk because they're all donated. So you should go check those places out, they're not too expensive. Try learning a new language. I studied French in high school, and it was definitely very interesting for me because I do like the idea of learning a new language, but after a certain while, because I've been doing French since I was roughly about 4 or 5 years old, which was about the time they start ingraining this stuff into you in the UK. So I started learning a new language when I was about 4 or 5, and I'm not fluent in French, but I could probably walk into a cafe and have a conversation with someone. Try learning a new language. It's very interesting. It's hard, but it's interesting, and it can consume some of your time, which is something that a lot of people are interested in doing, but once you're doing your exams you don't really have the chance to do it. And when you finish your exams, then why not? Try it. I personally want to start learning Korean. Number 5. Try writing. It's a very interesting thing to do. I've been using the word interesting a lot, but because these are all things that interest me, and that's why I want to use them. Even if it's songs or a story, it doesn't matter. Try and get your thoughts down onto paper. This is also very helpful for people who have anxiety or mental illness of some kind, because sometimes it's hard to articulate what you're thinking and what you're feeling when you have a mental disorder. So writing can help put it into perspective for other people to understand how you might feel. But just in general, for people who aren't affected by those sort of disorders, it's a very interesting thing to do. You can create entire universes through writing. Number 6. This isn't really appealing for everyone. It wasn't appealing for me personally, but sports is, for some reason, a good alternative to some people. Trying a new sport can also help you get fit and healthy and stuff like that, stuff that I don't really personally care about, because I will probably die of a heart attack before I'm 30 with the amount of junk food that I eat. But yeah, sports, basketball, netball, football, generic things, or maybe sports from a different country that you might want to try. We're on to 7? I think we're on to 7, so we'll just say this is number 8. Try out some new music. A lot of people grow up with like the same music and their music taste doesn't really change. Me personally, my music taste has changed a lot over the years. Like when I was 10, I'd listen to stuff like Spice Girls and Rihanna, and then by the time I hit 12, I was listening to music like All Time Low, Bring the Horizon, stuff like that. Yeah, I went through my emo phase and I went through it hard. I don't think I've really left it. Not with this hair anyway. So yeah, try out some new bands. If your friends have some recommendations for you, try it out. I always have this rule that if your friend tells you their favourite song, you should try and listen to it from their perspective and figure out why it means so much to them. Because you never know what you can learn from someone by listening to their music taste. Number 9. I can't hold up 9. Oh, never mind. I can't hold up 9 fingers. Go and meet new people. I know this is hard for some people. I know it's hard to just go outside and talk to people. I know from experience, sometimes it's hard to speak to your own family. But meeting new people could actually help rid you of your boredom, of any sort of like negative feelings you're having. Going out and talking to people might actually teach you that there are people who feel the same way out there. So, especially if you're feeling a little lost after the end of your exams, going out, meeting new people, because most of the people you met in high school you're not going to know for much longer. Let's face it, you can't keep in contact with everyone you knew in high school, and some of your friends are going to slip away, so meeting new people might actually be helpful. Okay, last but not least, number 10. This one was a little hard for me to figure out. I was thinking about it for a while, and I wasn't really sure what advice I was going to give you, so I thought I'd stay generic with this one. Do things you're interested in doing. Go and try out new things, even if it scares you to do it. Don't let your anxiety or fears prevent you from doing it. I know for a lot of people that money is a bit of an issue and you can't really go and do all the things you want to do, like travel and see the world. And I know that's crap, and it's a sad fact of life that money pretty much rules most issues. But you will one day get the chance to do the things you love to do. And even if right now you have to keep it small, that doesn't mean you'll have to for the rest of your life. So go out and try new things, you know? Go and have fun. That's all from now. Adios.